The winter is long, spring is finally here, home buying season is among us. I have to create this video because a lot of you guys are moving from Texas, California, Denver's, Arizona's, right? Or you're already in the Buffalo area and you're starting to creep into that home buying season and you guys are ready. A quick overview of the entire Buffalo market is gonna be this, right? We're in a crazy seller's market still. Nothing has changed for us when it comes to Buffalo as far as how COVID was, or like that 2021, 2022 period where houses were going crazy over, Buffalo is still the same in that regard. Right now, it's not uncommon for things to go 20, 30, $40,000 over. Now, I know a lot of you have been coming here like, hey, you guys are so affordable, even going $30,000 over is not that bad. For a lot of you guys in Buffalo already, that could be, whoa, like that's kind of scary to you guys. Either way, we have to navigate this thing, and we're about to get into that in just 1 second. But we're in the crazy sellers market, so that is something that you guys really want to prepare yourself for. There's two things that you're gonna learn in this market right now. It's gonna be patience and perseverance, because those are the two things that you guys have to have. When it comes to the Buffalo housing market, you guys are going to lose some offers up front. I can tell you that right now. Some people out of nowhere can walk around with two, three, $400,000 in cash that you never knew. It's one of those things right now, right? People are paying cash and they're doing it often. So just be prepared, right? So those are two things that you guys really want to know. The inventory is one of those things that's driving that force. When it comes to inventory, what am I talking about? Supply and demand. Right now, our inventory, no exaggeration, in March 2025, when I'm shooting this video, we have less than 1 month supply on the market right now. What does that mean, Devontae? I'm glad you guys asked. What that means is this. If no more houses go up for sale right now, all the houses will be gone. That's in existing, that's for sale, that you see the sign in the front yard, are going to be gone in 30 days. That's crazy when the demand for buyers right now is absolutely through the roof. Okay, so how do we navigate this? What are some price points that you guys can think about, or what are some areas that may be up and coming? Maybe you can get grandma's house, flip it, turn it over for a huge profit in a few years or so. Let's get into that right now. So when it comes to price points, you're probably looking at around $250,000 on average around the Buffalo and Niagara region, right? For some of you guys, that's super affordable. For Buffalo, I remember when I first started in this thing 7 years ago, the average price point, no exaggeration, was $132,000. For that to jump up almost 100 grand, no, it did jump up 100 grand, 120 grand in about 5 years, 6 years, man, is nuts. So 250 is going to be on average. Now, your Amherst, your Cheektowagas, your Clarences, your Orchard Parks, those are going to be much higher. Not necessarily Cheektowaga, that's about 225, but Amherst, definitely Clarence, definitely your Orchard Parks are going to be much higher. So depending on what you guys are looking for or wanting to buy or what you want to buy, that's going to be determining your price points. Some cheaper areas around, you can find your Cheektowagas for 225. Tonawondas, depending on what you are looking for, you could possibly find some 215, 225, 230 in those areas. So it really depends on what you're looking for, but that's definitely going to be the average price point when it comes to the Buffalo area right now, which you guys can really look to expect. So as you guys are shopping around, if you know, right? Let's say you get your pre-approval. We won't go through all that. If you want to learn how to buy a house, I already did that video a couple weeks ago. Go check that one out, right? But once you guys get your pre-approval, if you know things are going 10, 20, $30,000 over, you may want to look in that 210, 220 range to be able to give you guys some wiggle room to go up. If your approval, let's say, is only for $250,000, you want to give yourself some wiggle room, because when I'm telling you guys, you're going to have to go over asking in most cases here, unless you guys find a fixer-upper or something like that, then okay, that's a little bit different of a story. With that price range of 250, here's what it's honestly going to get you guys. It's going to give you guys an opportunity, in my opinion. With that under 250 price range, you guys are now, especially because Buffalo's age, right, is a little bit older, especially if you go in parts of like Kenmore, Cheektowaga, parts of West Seneca, Blaisdell, like those areas. The demographics are a little bit older. So what that gives you guys as far as opportunity goes is grandma is now passing the keys down. What I mean by that is when you go in grandma's house, we all remember our grandmother's house, right? It probably smell like mothballs. It's probably carpet inside, pink or that green, or she probably still got those pinky green tiles from the 1980s, things like that, kitchen countertops, old cabinetry, right? It gives you an opportunity because inside that $250 price range, to me, you're still paying less than what you are going to rent. What is rent nowadays in Buffalo? Not uncommon for a 3 bedroom to be what, 1,800 bucks, $2,000, right? In some cases, you can pay 1,750 or a little bit less, but still, a $250,000 note is around 1,800 bucks, right? So in that $250,000 price range, you have the opportunity to be able to go grab grandma's house, fix it up in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Take time, go room by room and fix that thing up so later on in that 5 year mark, you'll have some appreciation. The beautiful thing about right now, as we talked about earlier, supply is still so low right now, is I don't think it's gonna change. And we'll talk about this later on. It's not going to change right away, right? We would need, I'm talking about $5,000, $5,000, 5,000 houses to hit the market right now in order for it to change like that in an instant. You guys know, being from Buffalo, right? Buffalo takes a long time to adapt. Even though you may hear some recession looming and all the news articles about certain stuff, again, we only have a month's supply. Do you know how long it's going to take that month's supply to build up to a recession level or even a normal market at a 6 month supply? You're talking about thousands of homes in a short amount of time. That's not going to happen in Buffalo. If you guys are relocating up from Buffalo, you may be experiencing a situation where, homes are sitting on the market for about 30 days, 3 weeks, maybe even 45 days. Buffalo homes are sitting on the market if it's in good condition, especially in a decent school district or a really good area, a week and it's gone. We have what's called deadlines here. So let's say today is Monday, right? We'll have a house going to market today. They're probably taking offers by next week, Monday, or this Sunday. I've seen it in some cases where they're only giving people 4 days to look at this house, especially in school districts like Amherst Central High or any Williamsville school district. 4 days, bam, gone. Elmwood Village, gone. 4 days, right? So now those are a little bit higher price points, but you get where I'm going with this notion. Things are moving very, very fast. So that opportunity comes in where you can buy grandma's house again. Fix it up. Go room by room. Save your money, right? Contractors are expensive these days. If you need one, call me. I know some people. But contractors can be very expensive these days. So it gives you that opportunity to go room by room, fix it up, make it how you want. And then when you get on your second, third child, now you got some appreciation in that thing, that 250, maybe 350 in maybe 300 in 5 years or so, or 6 years or so. Now you're ready to get into something bigger and better, right? So there's some opportunity in this market. For those of you who still saying, I'm gonna wait. You've been saying you're waiting since 2019, 2020. I'm telling you guys now, right? If all the things that you watch on the news and stuff like that, if that goes into effect, look how fast it climbed just in my experience of, being a realtor in the Buffalo area. And I'm deep in this thing every single day. Look how fast and how high these prices jumped. Buffalo is late to the party. The average home price around the entire United States is $414,000. We're at 250,000. So Buffalo home prices are not going down. And if you look at the amount of people who's coming to the Buffalo area year after year, people are starting to find out about us. I'm sorry, I've been one of those advocates. But guys, the housing prices are not coming down anytime soon. Look at everything. Even if you look at Texas to Buffalo, for example, again, they have a month supply. They have month supply. Their average days on market is 30 something days. Ours is around 9 days. So there's a lot to do, right? So let's get into some strategies of how you can kind of navigate this market moving forward. All right, the first one is kind of simple. You need to be prepared. Have your pre-approval ready? Know what you can afford, guys. If you can only afford 250, that's cool. Again, to me, that's the perfect opportunity zone, right? Perfect opportunity. There's gonna be some competition, but it's an opportunity. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity. Be ready, have pre-approval on hand, and when you find something that you guys like, take the bid, right? You have to go for it, right? If that's 20 over, 30 over, if you don't believe me in that sense, ask another realtor, right? I won't lie to y'all. You know I'm straightforward. I'm gonna shoot you straight. If it sounds crazy, ask around. It's happening every day, right? So if you see something you like, go for it right away. Put everything on it. At least you know you gave your all. At least you know you got outbidded with your all into that house, or you gave your best offer possible, right? Now, there are some people waiving inspections. Here's what I'll tell you. First of all, I would never tell you not to do a home inspection. That's not me. I don't want you coming back to me in a year or so saying, Devonta, you told me not to do an inspection and X, Y, and Z is wrong with the house. No, I will never tell you to do that, right? But there are 4 ways, right, to do a home inspection. Number one, do a regular home inspection, right? That means you're going to go through, you may or may not ask for repairs, and you'll be able to cancel it. Number two is going to be home inspection, but for your knowledge only, right? When I say that, knowledge only means you're still going to do a home inspection, but you're not probably going to ask for any repairs, or you're not going to ask to cancel the contract. So it's essentially the same thing as a non-home inspection. It's legit just for your knowledge only. You're going in there, hey, no matter what this thing says, I'm going to go forward with the house. There are some risks to that. There are a lot of pros to that. It allows you to compete with those non-home inspection offers that people are waiving right now, but it also allows you to understand what's going on inside the home. Remember, home inspection is not a pass or a fail. This is a list of what's going on in the house. This is what's wrong. This is what's right with it. Do you want to move forward or not? Again, when you put that for our knowledge only, it really takes away that risk to pull out of the contract if you guys find something that may be thousands of dollars. So again, risk to reward depending on what you guys want to do, right? That's why you have somebody knowledgeable going through the house with you, like someone who's been in the game, like myself or another realtor that you guys may want to go with. Okay. The third way, right? And this is really the way we've been doing a lot and kind of helping our clients win some offers is do the home inspection, but with a dollar amount. Now, what do I mean? This is when you do the home inspection, right? You'll say, hey, we'll do the home inspection. We'll go in there, but if there's a single repair item, so if there's one electrical issue, or there's a foundational issue, or if there's a roof issue that costs more than $1,500 or $3,000, or you can do $5,000, right? Then we can renegotiate. You don't want to cancel the contract. You just want to renegotiate it a little bit. So you can do that. That's always a good way, because then it tells the seller, hey, I'm not looking to nickel and dime you. I'm just looking for the big things. If you got a crack in the foundation that's going to cost me more than $3,000, we got to talk about that thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we all know basements in Buffalo is pretty tough, right? So you can do something like that. That's my third way. And then the fourth way, it just did not do a home inspection altogether. Again, I would never tell you not to do one. I've seen thousands of homes in this thing. So I do know, some repairs and some things to watch out for, some leaky things, but you can never know enough like the home inspector would know as they're combing through everything, right? So it's just something to be mindful of. You can also do an appraisal gap. That's my third one. Now, appraisal gaps are basically, let's say the appraisal comes in and you buy the house for $250. The appraisal comes in at $245. Right? So it doesn't quite meet that purchase price. The bank is never going to loan you money that doesn't appraise, or loan you the money for a house that doesn't appraise. So there's a $5,000 gap there. You as a buyer can cover that gap, or you can renegotiate with the seller. When the appraisal gap comes in, it kind of assures the seller that you will meet that $5,000 mark, right? Or meet that $5,000 gap. So is that a beneficial tool? Yes. Is it recommended? all the time, that's going to depend on you. If you guys got an extra 5 laying around, cool. If you guys don't, I don't recommend it. What you can do is, right, you can use it as a tool to kind of, I haven't seen anything not appraised in a very long time. And I'm talking about years now, 3 years, no exaggeration. I seen, the last thing I didn't see appraised was about in 2021, right? We went crazy over, but that was the last time I seen something not appraised was 2021. These last 4 years, everything has been appraising. But that appraisal gap just gives the seller some assurance and helps you win the offer to say, hey, if it's appraisal, if it doesn't appraise up to that $5,000 mark, we'll cover it, right? That's if you guys have that money laying around. Not everybody has that extra 5 laying around. If you don't, or if you do, you may want to put that into the bathroom or kitchen or something like that. So you can use it as a trick. Just weigh your pros and cons with that. Again, there's some risk to rewards as I just explained. So the last one is going to be an escalation clause. Now, some sellers or some agents in this existing market are using this and some are not using this. If it comes to an escalation clause, basically the way that works is, let's say me and you have a bid, right? I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to go 250, right? I'm going to go $250,000 and then I'm going to go $3,000 over the highest bid, or I'm going to go $3,000 or whatever over whatever your bid is if we're the only two bidders. So that's the escalation clause, and then you take that up to a max. So I'll say I'm going in at $250, $3,000 over the highest bidder, but my max is only $275. So if you came in at $265, basically I would just pay $268 and outbid you and win the house, right? So that's another clause that you can use. Sometimes sellers don't like it because they feel that they just want the one-shot deal type of thing, right? Especially, I mean, if you got 12 offers and 10 of them are escalation clauses, you're basically just racking them up at that point. As a seller, shoot, I will want that, As a buyer, sometimes listing agents are just plain lazy and they don't want to go through all the numbers. I don't like it. I like when sellers actually do the escalation clauses because it allows everybody that fighting chance to do it. And then also, I don't understand why listing agents don't do it, because you're getting more money for your client at the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Either way it goes. Use the escalation clause if you can. It is a very powerful tool. Just know a lot of other people are going to be using the same thing. So when you set your budget as a buyer, stick to your budget. If you're getting outbid, but you're sticking within your budget, you don't want to be house poor. So it's going to be okay. You're going to lose some offers in this market. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, you're going to lose a couple. But stick within your budget. Do not go so crazy out of your budget that you're going to be house poor or lose the house in 3 years or 5 years. So all the money you just put into the house, or the upgrades that you were going to do inside the house, now you can't do them because you put everything as a down payment because you went so high over your asking price or over the budget that you set for yourself. So it's something you want to sit down with someone like myself to talk about. Like, hey, what are some strategies we can work around to be able to really get something that we like? And again, if you guys are a little bit handy, or you feel like you have some do-it-yourselfer in you, that you're going to do it the correct way, don't just go in there thinking you're an electrician and get zapped. It's just not wise. It's not wise, because then later on, when somebody comes back to your house to do a home inspection, they're going to find all those things that you didn't do correctly. So do it the right way. But I'm telling you, there's some opportunity for you guys, especially in places like Kenmore, the Cheektowagas, the West Senecas, even in some places in like South Buffalo too. South Buffalo to me is a very hidden gem. No offense to anybody down there, but it's a lot of grandmas in South Buffalo. I mean, they're handing the keys off. They can't take care of it anymore, and they're ready to start selling. I almost forgot. All right, so when it comes to first-time home buyer programs, right now there's a couple different programs out there. I know of a few banks. We'll go over 2 of them, and if you guys want the other ones, just reach out to me and we'll be able to break them down for you. Number 1 is going to be M&T. I love M&T, man. I'm not going to lie. My girl over there, her name is Melanie Sweats. She's amazing. I'm telling you, Melanie gets you all the first-time homebuyer programs you can possibly find if you fit inside those requirements, right? most of the requirements are you have to have a decent credit score, right? Don't just go in there with a 480 credit score thinking you about to get all the requirements in the world, like, get all the money in the world. It's not gonna happen like that. But there's really two main requirements. If you make less than $67,000 or like $70,000 a year, you're going to qualify for a lot of different things, right? One of my clients who makes less than 67,000, right? He put it in. He got a Sony May loan, and he got, no exaggeration, $30,000. I'm not kidding you. If he allows me to show you his closing disclosure, I'm going to show it to you guys. 30 grand. It was amazing. It was amazing, right? So you can get that. Five Star Bank too. Nick LaGrasso, my guy over there. We went to the same high school. They have a really good program as well. A lot of them is you can get. I think same thing, 67,000, but you can get $7,500 towards your closing. Now, both of these banks, they do require you obviously to be a owner occupied, so you got to live inside the home, and I think you got to be there for like 5 years or 3 years or something like that, which is not crazy, right? That's a normal time period for people to live inside the house, right? So those are the two really requirements, and then the last one is going to be in the low to moderate income area. Now, I know what you're thinking. No, you're not going to be in the hood, right? Low to moderate doesn't always mean you have to be in the hood. It just means whatever that dollar amount that most people are making inside that area, or it fits a certain bracket of income, right? Just the easiest way to break it down to you. So low to moderate, it could be, in South Buffalo. It could be in parts of Cheektowaga, right? It does not have to be in the hood, guys. I promise you. I've sold 3 homes last year, well, this year and then last year. I've sold about 3 homes using the Sony May loan just in general, right? Just the Sony May, not including the others that's getting 7,500 from a different bank. So, and they have in beautiful neighborhoods. Some of them are on back streets that nobody heard about, that's super quiet and really, really nice, right? So it's just low to moderate income areas, less than like that $67,000, $70,000 down. Have a decent credit score. Do not go in there with no 480 thinking you about to get this loan. I'm just being honest with you guys, and make sure that you guys got your ducks in a row, and you're going to be an owner occupied and live there for some time. So I hope this video really, really helped you guys. There's a lot of hidden gems in this thing. If you guys have any questions, as always, reach out to me. You guys know what to do. Give me a call. We'll jump on a Zoom call. We'll sit this thing on down, and we'll be able to break some things down for you so that we can get you guys into a house this spring. Again, you guys keep saying you're going to wait. It's going to hurt you. Buffalo's housing prices have not went down it's in 6 to 7 years. They're not going down anytime soon. We have a long way to catch up, okay? So let me know if you guys got any questions. As always, I will see you guys inside the next one.